Because Ruben shouted us out on Twitter on his pod, because he always he'll just randomly tweet sometimes and just be like, "Yo,
he made me the fan of the day or the follower of the day on Saturday." I feel like it was only
he made you follow of the day.
Made me follow the day.
You know, I've never been follower of the day. Crazy.
It be your own niggas,
right? Ruben, you're gonna hear this because this is probably gonna be the intro.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
But yeah, justice for Lloyd Pierce. Ain't nothing wrong with him. The Hawks just fired him.
At least they waited till Black History Month ended.
Bro, I'm telling you, they dead waited until Black History Month was over to fire him.
We're not racist, guys. We're not.
Hell yeah.
But it's crazy because the Atlanta Hawks are 14-20, right?
Yep.
14-20 as of March 2nd. They are still in the playoff hunt in the East.
They're not out of it.
You know, I just don't understand
not
it.
The Hawks being the Knicks.
Right. I just don't understand
mathematically out.
Because you were 2 games from the All-Star break, right?
Finished.
And you could have done, if you were thinking of a coaching change, you could have done it at the All-Star break because we've seen that done before, right?
Yep.
Mind you, they did it in between a home and home series with the Heat. Right after a practice. The players were blindsided by this.
Yeah, some of them said that they found out through Twitter.
Right? And my whole thing is, if you want to fire him, cool, whatever. Like, if you don't think he's a coach, fine. The problem is, there is a man by the name of Luke Walton out there coaching the Sacramento Kings that just came off of a 9-game losing streak.
Yeah, something bad.
Won a nail biter against the Pistons.
Oh.
And then lost a horrible, I don't know if you guys saw that game, up by 8 points with 1:09 left and still lost to the Charlotte Hornets without Gordon Hayward. And
it's the Kings. No one saw it.
And Zeller. How is he still employed? Okay. How? They are the worst defensive team in the league. They are one of the worst offensive teams in the league.
Free Buddy Hield.
They have a budding star in De'Aaron Fox. They have one of the best sharpshooters, practically one of the best scorers in Buddy Hield, right? I just don't. And they have arguably the rookie of the year, or one of the front runners. I would say he's top 3 right now.
He's definitely first team rookie.
I love Obi, but
Halliburton's up there.
But Tyrese with Julius in them would be crazy.
Halliburton's up there.
I would be so much more upset about Tyrese Halliburton if Emmanuel Quickly didn't end up.
Agreed.
Yes. So you have 3 guys that are. You have one guy that's already a stud, another guy that's a great sharpshooter, and a guy that's budding into probably going to be a star, right? Yeah. Like, you already even see, like, when they played the Nets the other week, Kyrie and Harden both went up to him and was like, yo, you can ball. There's no reason why this team should be this bad. Luke Walton should be fired, and the only reason why the Lloyd Pierce firing looks bad is because Luke Walton still has a job.
Yep.
Can I respond now?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, I'll do the Kings first.
Yes.
Yeah, they're horrible, but they're a trash can organization. We know that. I've been talking about that. And they are unfortunately going to have to choose between De'Aaron and Tyrese probably at some point, just because Tyrese is going to have to start, and then do you start De'Aaron at the 2? Then, it's a little awkward there. Anyway, apparently with I don't know if you saw the stuff that's been coming out after he got fired. Like, he was kind of airing some grievances, and apparently the players wanted him out. So I do agree that they probably should have waited until the break, and then you fire him over the break, you pick someone, and then continue the rest of the season. But apparently, like, I just saw something that was like the players wanted a fresh voice. They felt like it wasn't it. And the one thing I feel like we have seen since Trey's been there is they're not very patient. These, like, if Trey's leading it, they're not very patient, because Trey was out here like, I'm balling, get me help right away.
That's
right?
I think that's the problem, though.
And but Atlanta, when was the last time Atlanta was really a good organization?
Well, no, Atlanta's been a solid
and I'll say with the Hawks, they made great moves this summer.
Yeah, they did.
And the issue really has just been court time. Basically, everyone they trade,
everybody they got is hurt. Bogdanovich is hurt. Rondo just came back.
Yeah. Bogdan about to play tonight.
Gallows missed a bunch of games.
Snell's missed a bunch of games.
Just
came back.
They're not, and this is already missing a camp. and getting like all of this time. Like part of the reason why I feel like the Mavs have been playing well since the whole Houston Texas snowstorm is because they got to practice. They got to get a little bit healthy, but they got to practice as a team and everyone being together for the first time and figuring things out, figuring out rotations and instilling defense into people and all this shit. Like one of the things that Mavs are great at is development. You can't do that without having the time to do it.
Valid.
So I don't really blame Lloyd Pierce. I will say I'm not surprised the change happened.
No, not surprised.
Yeah,
not
I will say the
surprised.
timings, but like I think comparing it to the Kings is a bit unfair, just because Luke Walton's been bad. The Kings have been a trash can organization.
But they were turning a corner. They swapped
they?
The reason
why
gutted
I
their
say
front
were
office.
they was because I don't think talent's ever been the problem for the Kings.
No,
It's always been coaching, but it's also
been coaching in the front office, and they changed up their front office this season. I thought the big mistake that they made was getting Luke Walton, and they hired Alvin Gentry, and I've been said this. Alvin Gentry is Luke Walton is a lame duck coach because once he's gone, Alvin Gentry's going to step up, just like Nate McMillan.
They changed their front offense, right?
Yes.
What did the front office do? Draft Tyrese Halliburton?
Hey man,
I don't think that's that hard of a pick when he was supposed to go much higher than he went.
I mean, but they still took him.
But outside of that, what else did they do?
Well, I'm not saying that they're a good organization.
They didn't fire Luke Walton. They didn't put him into the team the rest of the team in a position to succeed. They've had the talent.
Yeah.
I don't think De'Aaron is miles better than he was last year. I think he's just been flying under the radar because the Kings suck. Buddy's been doing buddy things regardless.
But
that's why I just don't like the comparison.
And also,
I'm not. It's not a comparison of like I would say
like
talent.
I don't think it's
that's
just the reason Lloyd Pierce got fired.
Lloyd Pierce also was the coach for a little bit of time though. Like he had
this was his third year.
This was his third year. I didn't realize that. I thought last year was his first year, which would have made this so much significantly worse for me. But the fact of the matter is that from Trae Young's rookie year, his second year, and now this is his third year?
His third year.
His third year going into the league. And I mean, they started how they started. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying it's necessarily worth the firing, but I understand trying to go in a different direction. Now, I understand what you're saying as well, Justin, about Luke Walton not getting fired, but I don't really feel like one has something to do with the other because
here's where I'm upset about it too because Luke Walton was garbage with the Lakers.
Yeah, and then he got another job. And like
how
John
long
said,
will it be?
It's a trash can organization. That's what happens with trash can organizations.
But I think it's a bigger thing because how long will it be until Lloyd Pierce gets another job? Nate McMillan got fired from the Pacers after they gave him an extension after making the playoffs for 4 out of the last 5 years, right? And had to get a assistant job behind Lloyd Pierce. Now he's going to most likely become an intern.
Yes, right.
But he's going to be an assistant somewhere.
But still, but I think that there's a more underlying, I guess, problem with that. I would say I also don't agree with if it was like Trae Young making the decision, like, yo, I don't bang with this coach.
I don't know if it's just Trae Young, but apparently it was like players, plural. I was seeing
but if he's one of the spearheads, I don't think anybody on that team is good enough or has the longevity yet to make a coaching decision. Like, I get Trae Young is Trae Young, but I don't think Trae Young is good enough to where or consistent enough to where it's like, yo, he can make coaching decisions. I mean, he's in his third year. Like, if maybe I'd be more. I'd accept it more if it was like Luka. Like Luka, like Luka is in MVP talks, has been in MVP talks literally since he came in the league, right? Trae Young, the biggest thing he's done this year is what? People have been coming at him because all he does is hunt fouls now, which is true. He's getting like 12 a game.
He's not even shooting threes
not even shooting threes anymore, which is what he came into the league supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be the next Steph Curry. So if he was a spearhead behind this, or John Collins or somebody like that, I don't know. Like, I just don't know.
I don't think it's John Collins because John Collins and the Hawks there's been a divide there.
So like I just don't know if Trae has that type of clout yet.
But I mean, even forcing the Capella trade, that was all Trae, and Trae was literally talking about get me help, shit like that. You know what I mean? And I think that was way too early in his timeline to be doing that. Yep. But like clearly they want to keep the players happy, and even if it's like, I feel like even if it was just Trae, like, yo, something needs to change. I think, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they would listen to him. Not saying I'm not going to sit here and say it's good or bad. Yeah. I don't think it's good at this point in his career. But like, it's, Coach, you got to listen to your stars. You know what I mean? But I just think
did he make the All-Star team?
I think this is an organization. No, but I think he should have. Do I think he should have? The Hawks aren't that good, but the Magic isn't good either.
I would have rather him make it over Vucevic, but
yes.
Oh, a nigga that's averaging a double-double and shooting 40, 40, and 80.
What's their record?
What's the Hawks record?
So bad.
They're better than
it's not like he's by himself. At least Trey got John Collins. Who Vooch got? Terrence Ross.
Knicks killer Terrence Ross.
Mr. Chuck 360 dunk.
Chuck 360 dunk.
Oh boy. But yep, that's basketball for now. Next pod we're gonna be in All-Star break.
We will be in All-Star break next week.
So
yes.
So
one last basketball point. The Houston Rockets have announced that they are going to retire James Harden's number.
They
should.
They should.
He has like almost all the records for them.
Yeah,
They absolutely should.
That's kind of crazy considering that like
everything went down.
Not really that, but like
I think it's good luck on the organization.
Hakeem Olajuwon fucking played there for how many years, and he doesn't have all those records. Not minus rebounding and blocks, of course, but like.
Well,
it's points.
You figured James Harden was like just hooping
points, 3-pointers, and assists.
Yeah,
those are all things that I think he does better than Hakeem.
I mean, because Hakeem has that blocks and steals and all that stuff. Like blocks, like
rebounds.
Yeah.
Points. I'm surprised about too, though, but.
Well, I mean, I think just because of Harden, what was it, 3 straight years of averaging 30 or something like that?
Yeah, something crazy like that. Man, shout out to James, man.
Yeah, that's definitely a good look for the
Rockets organization. It's a very classy look by the organization that's big on them.
Especially when they're considering how shit full rebuild.
Yeah, even considering how shit went down, Justin. Yes, I feel like that is. Yeah. Wow.
You know what? But I did see something interesting.
Yes.
All right. Final.
Promise is the last one. 5 more minutes.
Nikola Jokic has Carmelo Anthony's old number, right? 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what happens when Melo retires? And then what happens when Jokic? Because Jokic, at this, I mean, I think it's fair to say Jokic, if he continues at this pace, will be retired, and go into the Hall of Fame, blah, blah. What do the Nuggets do with that number? Do they retire 2 15s or
they could,
or do they just pick one?
They could, but didn't they say they weren't going to retire Melo's jersey?
They said they weren't.
I feel like they might have said something about it.
Melo was there for 7 years?
I think I believe Melo should have his jersey retired there, but they could possibly retire the 2 15s. There are a couple organizations that have the same number retired by 2 15s.
I feel like they should do it, but I don't know.
The 2 best players in the last 20 years have been Carmelo Anthony and Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, absolutely.
They should. Yeah, and then the Knicks should retire his number at their earliest convenience. But we'll get there.
Should they?
Yes, they should.
Yes.
They should.
Does he?
They should.
Interesting.
I think the Knicks retiring Melo's number is probably a respect thing more than what did he ever do for the franchise.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what I'm saying? Because he came here, like I mentioned earlier in the beginning, like he came here with nobody else wanted to come here. He stayed here with nobody else wanted to come.
So it's more of a symbolic, I guess. Because me personally, I just don't think he did enough to be up there in the likes of
he doesn't have the accomplishments,
like Earl Monroe or a Ewing, or
he doesn't have the accomplishments, but he put up the numbers and put New York basketball back on the map for a point in time.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If I had to retire anybody from the Knicks that played in the Knicks in the past 20 years, I feel like without a doubt it's Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the button! Hit the button!
Which one?
The bomb one.
There's a lot.
No.
That's wild.
No. Of course, it gotta be Melo. You know what I'm saying? Because who the fuck else would we retire? Allen Houston? Absolutely the fuck not. Fucking Stephon Marbury tried it. I fuck with him, but no.
Not Latrell.
I'll tell you what. I feel like he's gonna get retired. The way I remember hearing about this from watch. Since I always stream Mavs games, I usually end up getting the whole broadcast. Brad Davis has his jersey retired for the Mavs. Brad Davis averaged 12 seasons in Dallas and averaged 8.6 points, 5 rebounds. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have any outstanding numbers. He just meant something to the fan base. When they drafted Derek Harper, he stepped aside and was he's like, this guy is going to take my starting spot. And he never changed what he did. You know what I mean? He just bought in. It's one of those things.
How long have the Mavericks been around in the league? Were they around in the 80s?
Oh, wow.
I feel like maybe the late 80s. I will check.
Because I know there's also the thing with sometimes, just not as storied franchises or franchises that don't have that much longevity will have retired guys just because they're more so
But I feel like the other guys that are retired were stars. Outside of, I don't think Derek Harper was a star, but he was a very good player for the Mavs. The other ones are...
Was it
Derek Harper?
Derek Harper. Legend.
Yeah, Rolando Blackman, who was a star. Okay, I just want to find the first year was 1980 for the Mavs.
1980. Okay, and you said four guys retired.
Gotcha right now. So Derek Harper, Brad Davis, like I said, Rolando Blackman, and Kobe.
Oh, the symbolic.
And then it's gonna be Dirk, obviously.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys already did that.
They were gonna do the ceremony for
but then COVID.
last year. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
All right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's you have a star in Blackman. Derek Harper is he was a really good player. You know what I mean?
I think we're under that kind of. Nets fans are having like their own mini civil war. No, not really mini civil war, but first of all, some dummy was like, "Yo, the Nets should retire D'Angelo Russell's number." I was like, "Why?" They were like, people were like, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, because without him, none of this is possible." I'm like, "Nigga, shut up."
Well, these people just started watching basketball.
They did.
You know what I'm
They did.
saying?
Now, the only debate I will listen to is number 11 because Brook Lopez was number 11, and Brook Lopez has he has the scoring.
Brook was an important net.
Bro,
he was there
through the bad years.
Yeah.
Through all the bad years.
He was an all-star.
He was an all-star. Right? He has the scoring lead. He has the rebounding lead, and I think that's about it. But then they gave the number to Kyrie Irving, and then you figure, like, if Kyrie brings a chip, if they win a chip, Kyrie's number is getting retired over Brooks. But it's like Brook was the most important net.
So
for
do you
them.
retire two number 11s?
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't do that.
Not in the same way, like
Whose numbers is retired for the Nets? Petrovic,
Williamson, Irving, Kidd, and Malaconi. I forget.
You couldn't ask me who's retired for the Knicks. I feel like it's too many.
You know,
That's a lot of people.
Walt.
Wait, hold on. Let me get.
All right.
Okay.
Roll it up.
Let's see. There's Walt, Moreau, DeBuscher, Pat. I'm missing a couple.
I feel like there's gonna be guys you probably won't.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like 70 dudes. I said
1960s and 70s.
Okay, who'd you say? You
I
said
said I gave four.
You said Walt, DeBuscher,
Walt DeBuscher, Pat, and
Earl.
Moreau.
Okay,
That's four.
you ready for the rest?
Yeah.
Dick Barnett,
Dick Barnett wouldn't have got that.
Dick McGuire,
Dick McGuire wouldn't have got
A
that.
lot of dicks.
Richard McGuire.
Willis Reed,
Willis Reed, I should have got.
Willis Reed.
Bill Bradley,
Bill Bradley.
and Red Holzman.
Yeah,
He's a coach.
I should have. I was only gonna get 5 out of the 8. All right, well then that's fine. I mean,
That's
most of the Knicks
pretty good
success
number.
was
those are
before-
back when it was the Knickerbockers.
Yes, this is the Knicks.
I had to make sure I emphasized it properly.
Knickerbockers.
Nick.
Did you see what
Nick Kerr?
Richard Jefferson
The Nick
said
Kerbockers.
on the broadcast?
Oh, with David Pash, he was like, you don't want to get caught up saying the
for Dame Dollar.
for Dame Dollar. No, you want to stay away from the R. Just stay with the A.
Yeah.
Dollar.
Bro, he's a clown.
Nah, did you see what he did in the other when he was doing the Nuggets game? And he was like, "Calm down, Jamal." From the RD because he was just on. Yeah, because he was just on their podcast. He was just on their podcast. Yeah,
He was on their podcast. Oh, he's
I don't know if it was their podcast or he was on his podcast.
okay.
I didn't even know they had a podcast for.
I think it might have been RJ's podcast, and they just brought Mark Phillips on. But
yeah.
and he shouted them out again.
RJ's
on,
the fucking best.
Yeah,
Man.
no, he is. He is good.
What did
at
he
what does.
he posted? Oh yeah, he posted some other shit the other day. That was mad funny.
Nah,
Yeah, I think that's it for basketball anyway, right?
Yeah, that's it for basketball.
Yeah, I mean,
good talk, guys.
Yeah,
good run,
you know
good
what I'm
run.
saying? You know, we did good today.
We did
You know
good.
what I'm saying?
But now it's time.
Oh, the fucking Stephen A. Smith thing. That was hilarious.
What's
He posted this on Instagram. So from the Twitter account for random college athletes, they posted Stephen A. Smith's like college basketball thing. And he put, "This man was a bona fide scrub." And basically went on the whole thing. And then he was like, he doesn't have the heart, the passion, or anything. And then he was
He got
just like,
small hands.
literally, he was like, he has small hands, can't catch the ball, bad feet, can't really move though he's mobile, doesn't really know what he's doing, doesn't have a post movie that he puts to memory. Like, he's just, Richard Jefferson's a fucking
that's the
best,
most hilarious thing about
Rest in peace, Stephen A. Smith's good rants, because now he's just making that money, collecting a check as he should. But
Did you see who the player he compared Luka Doncic to?
who do you compare it to?
Larry Bird.
Oh, Larry Bird.
That's about it, right?
I mean, you know, it was a good episode. We laughed a little bit, we cried a little bit, you know.
Yep. We
got
disagreed.
moist.
We argued. We got moist. Yeah. Is it all in all? Good day. That's all you can really do. So yeah, that concludes episode 79 of the Saratobi Sports Podcast.
Yep.
Anybody have some final thoughts, John?
No.
All right, Miles.
You know the vibes. Y'all can follow me on the gram, WorldWideWest_11. I'm getting vaccinated this week. So, if any...
What?
I don't know what you meant by final thoughts. By final thoughts or thoughts?
Well, we can run.
No,
run it back
go
to-
ahead.
All right. But yeah. So if y'all got any questions for me going forward about that, y'all can hit my personal Instagram. Try to get this virus shit over with. Wear a mask and Black Lives Matter, as always.
All right, Matt. What about you?
Happy to be here.
Oh yeah.
Another good week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to next week. It's kind of all we could do. They had us in the first half.
Facts.
Just gotta get back in the gym and focus on next week.
Oh yeah.
Get a new game plan.
All right, and that's it. Later, everybody.
That's not how we end this at all.
Oh no.
At all.
Oh.
I was literally sitting here, like, when you said final thoughts, I'm like, okay, that's either closing thoughts.
Oh.
Because when we go into, like,
No.
tags, you didn't even, I'm thinking you're going to go, follow us. And then you
damn,
go, guys.
You're right. All right, so then you know what, you're gonna be the closer from now. You are Mariano to the shits. Sorry.
Like,
All right,
like,
close it out, John. I'm Kyle Farnsworth. You're Mariano.
Yeah. So since you forgot,
you
remember
look
to
at-
follow us at Saratobi Sports on YouTube, on Twitter and Instagram. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel, Saratobi Sports Podcast.
Do it now.
You guys can follow me at Offended Narwhal on Twitter. Go, if you're listening, go watch. If you're watching, go listen. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Because honestly, I think we put out some pretty good content, and I think more people should know about it. But thank you guys for listening, and we will catch y'all next week.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice.